Boom fam, it's your boy Not Enough, and today we have arrived at the last model that I received from this initial Big Power Electric shipment. I'm looking forward to the rest of the blasters they're going to send us for review. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the number Big 508. Let's get right into it. Like most of these boxes, there's two flaps of tape. Cut those out and the contents slide right out. All right guys, in the box you get 2 packs, 50 darts each, equaling to 100 darts. You get your 2 10-round magazines. You get your user manual with 6 included batteries, pop-up targets, modular stock, ACOG style scope, some radical red goggles. Let's get to some unpacking. I go over the darts extensively in my 505 video. I'm gonna put a link up here to the right. They're actually not terrible according to some recent findings, more on that later. You get your 2 10-round magazines, which are compatible with Nerf and vice versa. Another thing that I go over in my 505 video extensively is these pop-up targets. It's really nice that they include these targets with their kit. Gives you something to plink with. You got your core blaster. This is not to be confused with the 531 series, which is a smaller core blaster, and then all the barrel attachments are modular. This one actually would probably be the equivalent of the Modulus ECS from Nerf, which just has a longer core body in general. The only difference being is that there is no end strike barrel attachment. This is the body of the blaster. This is the way it is. You have your stock, which seems to be collapsible. By depressing this lever here, it looks like it extends. You have your ACOG sight, which seems to mirror the exact one that we got in the 505, and you have your radical red goggles. Let's start unpacking and assembling the blaster. Assembling the blaster is pretty straightforward. You simply pop this stock right on. It will lock in. Now you can pull this adjuster back without having to hit the lever, but when you're going to go forward, you do have to hit the lever. Now what I do like about this is that it is a forward locking. Most of the pressure on blaster stocks is against the stock this way when you're shooting, so I appreciate that it does lock into that position, so there's no forward movement or collapsing while you're in the middle of the heat of battle. Thank you Big Power for building a solid stock. We know that a lot of companies do not get this right on the first swing. No barrel attachment, so we don't got to worry about that with this blaster. Your mags just simply slide right in with a smooth fashion. Mag release as usual is here. It doesn't take much effort. You could literally just put the tip of your finger and the mags come out very soft and smooth, just like they did on the 531 with the previous video. Forward grip right here, flywheel housing right here, side access panel jam door, although it does have a nub right here to try to catch and tighten it. It's not a very tight catch. It won't flap, but it also won't close very tightly. So if that's something that bothers you, you might want to consider it before you purchase. Battery compartment right here, and you got a full top rail right here for your optics, which by the way, we can go ahead and look into this. It seems to be the same exact scope than we got with the 505. Because of this front sight, you can't just slide the scope in from the front, but you can do it from the back, no problem. Let's put some battery on this bad boy and let's hit the mini range. Battery installation is pretty simple. You want to get your Phillips driver, you want to loosen this here, lift up this door. Now one thing I do want to add, you guys are probably used to battery doors in which the screw stays held on here with a circlip. This is not the case with this one. You will lose the screw if you're not careful, so just bear that in mind when you're installing your batteries. Guys, batteries are installed. Let's give it a quick rev. All right, like I said in my previous videos, I really like as soon as you press this rev trigger, you are at peak RPM in a matter of milliseconds. I talked about this in my 531 video. It's pretty remarkable. Let's get to the mini range and test this baby out. guys, as much as it pains me to say it, there's a few things going on with this blaster that prevent me from going ahead and recommending it. To start out, I really didn't like the way that this jam door isn't fully closed, but I can get by that if that was the only gripe. However, this blaster was experiencing some very consistent jams. In some cases, it would spit out 3 darts. In some cases, it would spit out no darts. In some cases, it would spit out pieces of darts, especially the big power electric ones. I did not have any waffle darts come apart on me, but that's besides the case. I had some weird motor smells going on. The grouping was a little bit off. I really wanted to like this blaster because I do like the Modulus ECS. I like the longer style strife body. This blaster seemed to assimilate that shape. However, the performance didn't really match the looks, nor did it match the rest of Big Power's products that I've reviewed so far. I know every once in a while, even the biggest companies will have a hiccup on one of their products, and that's okay because that's what allows them to learn from it, correct the problem, and improve their products going forward. The Big Power Electric 508 has a lot of potential with its sharp looking shell and electronics, but it doesn't deliver in the performance category. I'm not sure why this blaster was not achieving base numbers. It's definitely something I want to look into. Issues like these are normally related to crush angle or overall flywheel alignment, and is usually an inherent design flaw that can be corrected at the factory. Unfortunately, I can't recommend this one based on the fact that it doesn't meet base expectation, and therefore it should be avoided until Big Power fixes the problem. Either way, I put an Amazon link in the description if for some reason you still want to buy it. I hope you enjoyed the review, and please consider subscribing if you'd like. I cover reviews, thrifting, research, testing, and some modding here and there. Till next time, stay blasting, foam fam.